Welcome to today's Explainer. We're skipping the slow, fluffy intro today because we are diving straight into the two biggest forces absolutely dominating the digital economy right now: artificial intelligence and the algorithms controlling human attention. Look, master them and you become unstoppable. Ignore them and, well, you become obsolete. So let's get to work. Right off the bat, will AI replace you? It's the absolute elephant in the room, isn't it? You read the daily headlines, you watch ChatGPT generate a perfect 10-page analytical report in, 3 seconds? And boom, that knot of anxiety immediately forms in your stomach. It is completely normal to feel terrified that this endless wave of AI tools is coming for your job, your industry, or your business. But let's separate that very real, valid panic from the actual truth. We really need to clear up what's actually happening here. Okay, let's dive into this. To understand where we're going, we kind of have to look backward. History is essentially repeating itself here. Think back to the 1980s, when desktop computers first started showing up in offices. People completely panicked. The widespread belief was that human workers were just finished. And, did some of the old manual paper-pushing jobs vanish? Absolutely. But in their place, entirely new industries were born, creating millions upon millions of new jobs no one could have possibly imagined at the time. We are living through that exact same transition right now. We're simply moving from the era of the traditional computer to the AI-assisted workspace. And here is the ultimate aha moment of this explainer, the absolute core concept you need to internalize today. AI itself is not going to independently steal your job. However, a person who knows how to use AI, they absolutely will. Picture two professionals right now. One is completely exhausted, spending 4 long hours grinding through manual data entry, formatting emails, organizing spreadsheets. The other worker uses an AI tool as a highly capable assistant to do that exact same workload in 10 minutes, spending the rest of their day strategizing and building real relationships. AI is not your enemy. It's a powerful assistant. It is literally your ultimate leverage. So how do you actually bulletproof your career? There are 3 crucial, actionable steps. First, upskill immediately. You've got to learn the specific AI tools that apply to your niche, whether that's design, finance, marketing, whatever. Second, double down on your creativity. Remember, AI is essentially a highly advanced copycat, right? It synthesizes the past. It cannot generate truly original, forward-thinking ideas out of thin air. That originality is your specific edge. And third, master the human connection. AI cannot network over a cup of coffee, it cannot read the emotional temperature of a boardroom, and it cannot build trust. Your emotional intelligence, your EQ, is your ultimate armor in an automated workplace. Now, whether you're trying to survive the corporate ladder or you're out there trying to make it on your own in the creator economy, you're actually fighting the exact same battle, a battle for attention. Beyond the traditional workplace, millions of people are trying to build audiences online. Every single day, hundreds of thousands of videos flood platforms like YouTube. Yet, despite that massive, ambitious output, an astounding 99% of creators fail. Only 1% actually achieve any real success. Which brings us to a multi-million-dollar question. Why? Why did 99% of people fail before they even get an ounce of traction? What is the fatal mistake that shatters their momentum right out of the gate? I'll tell you right now, it isn't because they lack an expensive camera or a fancy studio or perfect lighting. It's because they fundamentally misunderstand human psychology and the algorithms that govern it. So let's look at the YouTube retention blueprint. 3 simple rules. Rule number 1 is all about the number 3. More specifically, the 3-second hook. Because let's be honest, modern attention spans are actually worse than a goldfish's right now. We are completely trained to swipe, scroll, and skip instantly. Think about the physical action of scrolling on your phone. It's a rapid, almost subconscious twitch. If you do not hook a viewer's brain within those first 3 seconds, they are gone forever, and the algorithm immediately buries your content. To survive those first 3 seconds, you must open with a compelling question, a massive visual tease, or a shocking statement that literally paralyzes their scrolling finger and forces them to invest their time. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is our second rule: cut the fluff. This right here is the absolute graveyard of aspiring creators. Please do not do the whole, "Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, it's so great to see you." No, viewers didn't click to watch a rambling monologue, they clicked for a specific payoff. You have to drop those boring intros and deliver high-paced, immediate value from the very first frame. Just get straight to the point. And once you have them, keeping that attention locked in requires a very crucial pacing metric for modern editing, the number 5. you literally need to change the scene every 5 seconds. If you watch top creators, think of someone like Mr. Beast, they never ever let the camera sit still. Now, you don't need a massive Hollywood budget for this. It just means you need a visual or auditory reset. Punch in the camera angle, flash some bold text on the screen, cut to relevant B-roll footage, or add a snappy sound effect. These constant micro shifts keep the viewer's brain actively processing new information. When the brain is busy, boredom vanishes, dopamine hits, and your viewer retention absolutely skyrockets.
All right, moving on to the endless loop and click-through rate.
Look, making a fast-paced, high-value video only matters if people actually click on it in the first place, right? That's your click-through rate. Your thumbnail has to be visually simple and clear, paired seamlessly with a suspenseful title that demands a click. But the real magic, the way you actually hack the system, is this concept of the endless loop. Instead of giving a generic, boring goodbye at the end of your content, you seamlessly tease your next video, giving the viewer a burning reason to click that end screen immediately. When someone watches one video and immediately clicks to a second one, it sends a massive signal to YouTube that your channel is highly addictive, basically forcing the algorithm to organically push you to millions of people. So, here's your actionable challenge. Try applying these 3 retention rules on your next 5 uploads. Start with that 3-second hook, change up the visuals every 5 seconds, and build that endless loop. Now think about combining this with the AI mastery we talked about earlier. Use an AI tool to brainstorm 50 amazing hooks in seconds, or use AI editing software to make those visual changes at lightning speed. When you fuse AI leverage with a deep understanding of human psychology, your growth curve is going to shoot straight up. Actually, make sure you save this explainer right now so you can review this exact blueprint the next time you sit down to create.
So what does this all mean? We've covered how to safeguard your career by becoming the person who wields AI and how to master the algorithmic attention span. The digital economy is only going to get faster, more competitive, and more automated from here on out. The profound question isn't whether technology will keep evolving, but whether you're going to choose to evolve with it. So, what specific aspect of this wild digital frontier do you want us to decode next? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep mastering the future together.